Let's take a look at what you can get for just under $1.9 million in Lebanon, Tennessee. We're at 1212 Horn Springs Road today in Lebanon, and we're going to take a look at a 4-bed, 4 full bath, 2 half bath home on just over 4 acres. That's 5,342 square feet. First thing I want you to take a look at here is this huge porch. Check out those finished planks there on the soffit. Plenty of room to sit out here and enjoy this Tennessee summer. This home is built by Larry Powell. Mr. Powell has been building homes in Wilson County and the surrounding areas for, I believe, over 40 years now. Maybe longer. But Larry builds a beautiful home, as you're going to see on this tour today. These are engineered hardwood floors. This is becoming standard. A lot of people prefer these floors over the finished and sanded hardwoods. It is a wood product. It's a wood veneer on top of alternating layers of wood. It's more impact and scratch resistant. People with pets love this, or people with young kids, or people with husbands like me that are particularly clumsy. It's also a little bit more resistant to fluids. Now, speaking of pets, I'm going to show you something in a minute here that you're going to really like if you love dogs. So hold on, and we'll get to that shortly. So this room right here could be used as a study or a formal dining room. It has a closet. What you're going to see as we walk through today is a lot of closets. A lot of storage space here, and plenty of light, both natural and artificial. As I said, you've got really a great office space here if you don't want to use it as a dining room, with the ability to close doors on either side. Let's step back here into the foyer. Now there's 2 sets of stairs here. Those stairs go up to a living area. The primary bedroom is on the main floor. We'll see that here shortly. Here's a large coat closet. Some exposed beams in here. Look at that fireplace. It's a gas fireplace. You have some built-in bookshelves with storage beneath. Look at the size of these windows. This was an old farm that they cut up and sold at auction, several of these lots, larger lots. So you are not right on top of your neighbors. Horn Springs is a beautiful drive in Lebanon. There's lots of beautiful homes out here. All right, that's the kitchen over there, obviously, but let's go ahead and take a look at the primary suite, which is right here, before we look at the rest of the house. As you come in here, you can see this beautiful vaulted ceiling with exposed beams there. Little statement fixture there. This is a large room. I'm filming on a wide angle lens, so things are going to look a little bit less big than they actually are. So you may have already noticed, but they've installed casement windows. I really like these. You can open it up here and get a full breeze going through the house. It's great for fall and spring weather. go ahead and close this up so we don't waste any cool air in here. All right, here's the bath. Double vanities, quartz counters, and custom cabinetry there with soft close doors and drawers. Some clear story windows there, bringing in a lot of natural light, but still maintaining privacy. Separate tub, freestanding there. Look at this frameless shower. Some beautiful tile work there. Have a separate wand. Small bench there. Now take a look at this water closet. It's huge, lots of privacy. They've also installed larger toilets in here. This is a linen closet. Here is the primary closet. Some beautiful custom built-ins here. Lots of storage for clothes and shoes. It goes around this way. You have some drawers there. And if you didn't notice already, take a look. They run the trim work in here as well. Larry Powell does not skip out on beautiful details like that. These windows are so nice. Large, bringing so much light. I turned on the lights in here before we started just to make sure you didn't miss any details, but there's so much natural light coming in, we probably could have just gotten away without turning the lights on before I started filming. All right, before we take a look at the kitchen, let's take a look out here on this back porch. All right, you have poured concrete here. Easy maintenance compared to a wooden deck. Steel railing there. As you already saw, you have that beautiful backyard, plenty of room to play. And you have a patio and a sidewalk that's going around to the driveway. They have run the gas line there, so you can easily hook up your grill. You don't have to worry about buying tanks. Of course, you've got that beautiful soffit, finished planks. Just adds to the luxury feel of this house. All right, let's take a look here in this kitchen. 2 dishwashers. The first time I saw that was when I visited a friend out in Las Vegas. They hadn't installed them, the person that built the house had, but it makes sense in a house like this because you're probably going to be entertaining friends and family. Or if you have a large family, 2 dishwashers really helps without having to both load the dishwasher and wash the overflow dishes. So these are soft closed drawers there and doors. Quartz counters in here. I love the contrasting color on the island. That's in vogue right now, but I do think it's really nice even with some of these farmhouse finishes. Look at all the extra cabinetry storage here. KitchenAid appliances, if I didn't mention that already. Under counter sharp microwave. That's a very nice microwave. I have one similar. They're, I'd say, probably close to $1,500 now. Large capacity. Gas cooktop here. And a pot filler with a real vent. That's nice. Look at that hood. It's in that contrasting color again. You have storage on the island here. It's a really large island. Plenty of room for prep, serving from there. Of course, you can do a dining room right there. We talked about the dining room earlier. That's probably better used as an office. That's a huge room right there. Easily fits a large table. Double oven. Now, here's one of my favorite parts about this house, other than all the natural light, which you can see again right there. This sink right in front of the window is this. Check out this butler's pantry. It's even got room for a refrigerator or freezer for overflow. Look at all this storage. Dry goods, canned goods, appliances with power on the wall. Again, with all this cabinetry, soft closed doors and drawers. It's just beautiful. Now, I told you if you like dogs and have dogs, you're going to really like this house, and here's one of the reasons why. You have a little kennel right here. And if you look back in here, in this laundry mudroom, you have a dog washing station over there. Now look here, you got a drop zone. Tile floor in here. Look at all the storage, all the cabinetry. Shelf, room for full-size washer and dryer there. Natural light. Sink. And check this out. Here's some more storage. Hang some laundry. Store cleaning supplies in here. This is a very usable room for a larger family, especially. Now here's a little half bath. Look at that beautiful tile. Is that gray motif we've been seeing? All right, now here's the second set of stairs. And this takes us up to a bonus room that could easily be used as a bedroom for in-laws or teens, but probably best used as a rec room. It's cooled by a mini split. Got a wet bar right here, room for a drink fridge, windows. This is over the garage, which we'll see here shortly. Now you have a little half bath. So unfortunately not a complete ensuite if you did want to use it as a bedroom, but you have this large storage closet that is climate controlled off the main HVAC system there. You can see those registers. Electrical panel there. They've made really good use of the space. Some builders would have just walled this off right here, but they gave you a little extra storage. You have some attic eave storage right there for overflow items that you don't mind getting hot. All right, let's go down here and take a look at the garage. So this house is on a crawl space. So it's easy to add additional mechanicals as needed. Let's take a look here. So this is a 3-car garage. Plenty of room to park. Another electrical panel right there. And a pedestrian door, which is a really nice feature. On demand. Hot water heater right there on gas. Vented outside. All right, so other than the primary, we've seen the main living areas. So now let's go see the sleeping areas upstairs. Just like the other stairs we just took a minute ago, you have hardwood treads here. Looks to be oak, including here at this landing. Beautiful accent wall here. This little common area right here, entertainment area. You have an additional laundry space right here with storage, so you could stack the units. That's really nice. You can do the kids' clothes up here and not have to worry about carrying them upstairs. All right, this is my favorite bedroom up here. This is a great guest bedroom. And the reason is because you have this nice sized closet, plenty of room to hang and store. And you have a full ensuite bath. Check out this tile. Tile shower. Quartz counters. And again with the larger toilet. Here's another secondary bedroom. This is really the only carpet that you see in the house is in these secondary bedrooms. They all have ceiling fans. This is a Jack and Jill with separate vanities. Quartz counters. Custom cabinetry. Good sized walk-in closet with built-ins. All right, here's the toilet area and shower. So this is a walk-in frameless. Look at that beautiful tile work. Kids will be showering fancy in here. All right, here's the other vanity. Look how big that is. My kids would be spoiled in here. All right, built-ins, another walk-in closet. Moving over to this other secondary bedroom. Ceiling fan, natural light. Back to this common area here. You have another full bath here. Look at this large vanity. Quartz counters, custom cabinetry, toilet, tile shower, and trim work. Like I said, they don't cut corners. Okay, so this bathroom is actually ensuite to this room. So this is another guest room possibility. Very convenient. This one isn't as large as that first one we looked at, but it has a huge walk-in closet here. Look at all these built-ins. Plenty of room to hang and store. All right, here's a storage space for overflow storage. Access to the attic here. You could put some more OSB board down in here if you wanted to make a little bit more storage. I don't like storing too many things in an attic like this. It just gets a little too hot, but a lot of people do, so that would be convenient for you. This house is a 4-bed, 4 full bath, 2 half bath home on just over 4 acres, and it's 5,342 square feet. We're at 1212 Horn Springs Road today, and we've just taken a look at a beautiful luxury home built by Larry Powell. This is what luxury living looks like in Lebanon, Tennessee. If you'd like to take a look at this house, text me at the number on the screen there, or shoot me a call. I'd be glad to speak to you as well. And I'd be glad to show it to you.